Good evening. Are we on the internet?
Yep.
We are on the internet. Welcome to Talks Machina. I am your host, Brian Wayne Foster, until the other guy gets out of prison. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, we'll be discussing episode 84 of Critical Role, Loose Ends. We'll also be giving out our fan art and gift of the week prizes. Travis, wait. And answering your questions with our guests, Travis Willingham, Liam O'Brien, Matthew Mercer, and Sam Riegel. Hit it, Denise! And there it is. Hello. Making it Matt's drink. Good evening. Please welcome my guests, Travis, Liam, and Matt, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey. Happy to be here.
Happy to be here. Welcome. First up, announcements. Ladies and gentlemen, Talks Machina After Dark is a thing.
It is.
We're a couple weeks in. Last week, Talks Machina After Dark, Laura and Ashley did a freestyle rap about the impact of Greece's struggling economy on the West and foreign nations abroad. It was riveting and informative. Tonight, however, on our TM After Dark segment, Travis Willingham will give a massage to a baby meerkat while Sam Riegel Googles himself. Make sure to tune in for that. Now, we can show someone Googling themselves on the internet, right?
Oh, well, yeah.
But
Safe
Sam,
Safe
if it's
search.
Sam.
Safe search, yeah.
Also, Paper Heroes Game Store in Sherman Oaks. Want to give a shout out to those guys. Matt and I have been there. Went by this week, saw them. They're huge Critical Role fans. Just wanted to say, if you're in LA area, look up Paper Heroes in Sherman Oaks. They're awesome. Treat us very well.
Good folks.
Really good folks. The other thing I wanted to talk about, and they don't know I'm doing this, but if you're in the Seattle area, the second annual Seattle Area Critters ECCC adjacent meetup will be held Saturday, March 4th, 2017 at Raygun Lounge. So go to @CritterSeattle if you're in the Washington area. The Seattle Critters are awesome. They reached out to us before. And if you guys are doing any of these critter type meetups at cons or anything else, please let us know, and we'll try to signal boost those when we can. You see what I did there?
Oh, on brand.
Hashtag on brand. Well, we had ladies' night last week. Taliesin, Ashley, Laura, Marisha. This week we've got guys' night.
Yeah.
And what better
Dude.
night than tonight to be sponsored by Loot Crate, ladies and gentlemen. That's
Holy
right.
smokes.
That is
Holy
right.
smokes.
This show, for some reason, is sponsored by Loot Crate.
Are you messing?
I ain't messing, man. Here's what you need to know, viewer. Loot Crate's February theme is build. Brands include the Power Rangers, Batman, I've heard of most of these, Lego, and Tetris. Promo link, lootcrate.com/Critical Role. You can use the promo code Critical Role, all one word, for 10% off your first month.
Oh, so close.
Almost. I felt it brush my shoulder. Use promo code Critical Role, all one word, for 10% off your first month. We're also going to be giving away a very special Lootware version of the Loot Crate box for our gift of the week in a little bit.
Gift of the week, yeah.
That's it.
Perfect.
That's all the time we have for tonight, guys. Thank you for coming.
That was painless.
I feel like we got a lot done.
These shows are getting compact.
Yeah, we don't have any time to mess around. I have to rush over to my other job doing security for two broke girls. You guys had to know this wasn't my only gig, right?
I just thought you quit that job, man. You've been talking about it for months.
You know how many of them there is on the show now? There's 2 of them. Still don't have any money.
I'm not current, so, you know.
Let's start with you guys since you're here. Sam, I know you're not going to believe this.
Yeah.
Sam's running late.
Yeah, that happens.
It would have made sense for him to be here right now. Oh well.
Didn't show up
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Said he went to Fun World. Doesn't show up on time tonight. I say we take a vote. Should I replace Sam on?
Show of hands.
First question is for Matt.
Oh God. Hi.
From John Guiouche. Matt, going back a couple episodes since you weren't here,
Yes.
what were you feeling when your dragon got feeble-minded?
Oh man.
That was a beautiful moment.
It was, from a narrative standpoint, it was a beautiful moment.
It even worked.
Yeah.
Well, I think it shows progress in understanding the importance of maybe sometimes holding the powerful spells until you get past the legendary resistances. That was a very, very clutch moment. And weirdly, looking at the green dragon, not one of the highest of their saving throws is the intelligence saving throw. So it was like perfectly geared for that particular moment, apparently. But yeah, it on one hand, it's like, oh man, you've pretty much gutted the majority of the power. On the other hand, it's good that she did that, because the next couple rounds would have been really rough. We probably would have lost more than the handful we did.
The ones we did, yeah.
Yeah.
You were like, I have all these great spells. I can't use any of them.
I know. Well, I had the next few rounds already planned out based on like how people were gathering in the hallway, and like she still had a couple of really nasty AOE spells, even though there was some countering abilities in there with the legendary actions. It was going to be rough.
It was going to be legendary.
It was going to be legendary.
I felt like it was it. I mean, if ever there was going to be a time where we could have like closed the book and said, "Boy, that really sucked," but it makes sense because we're fighting our greatest enemy ever. Good night, Vox Machina.
Well, it's a valid point because Raishan is a slippery villain, and that's kind of the essence of her character. And there was, based on if you guys were going to wait long, or if that scribe hadn't happened as early as it did to see where she was, she probably would have absconded away, and you wouldn't have been able to track her. And my plan was to then have her probably in the campaign guide as a possible villain for other campaigns, or have her reoccur maybe in the next campaign down the road. Like there was a whole kind of avenue where she could have gotten away and just, you don't know where she is. Oops. Move on to the rest of your story. Raishan's now out in the wild.
Just for me, does it get gnarlier than prismatic spray? Because I haven't been hit with it
Meteor
yet.
Storm's pretty much the gnarliest of the gnarly.
Okay, yeah, that was pretty awful. That number was really high. It's hard not to laugh.
Prismatic spray's pretty nasty just because it hits everything in the area and has the opportunity to hit multiple times with different rays. And you don't know what the actual energy damage is going to be, so it's hard to gauge what resistances might help you out.
Right.
Meteor Swarm is just 40 d6 damage total. But half of it's fire, half of it's bludgeoning, which means if you're raging, it's not as damaging to you, and if you have fire resistance, it's not as damaging like it was in the Thordak layer. But
I don't read ahead. I don't know.
you shouldn't, and this happens.
You don't read the script for Critical Role every week?
We email you every week.
Bullet points.
I know. I got to line the birdcage or something.
Well, the next question was about if Raishan would have fled to fight another day, and you kind of already answered that.
There we go. Boom. Tune 1.
Wow.
You can go.
It's
I'm
like
okay.
you see the future.
Go, yeah.
I'm out.
Go wait for us at the bar. Travis, next up for you.
Tabs on you.
Yeah.
Pixel Recall wants to know. Hey, Travis. That's how it starts.
Hey, Pixel Recall.
Imagine Grog had to fight an identical version of himself. How would he defeat his mirror match?
Oh no, he would try to outsmart him somehow.
That's not hard.
Yes, which would end up. It's like be like a dog chasing his tail over and over again. Yeah, I don't know. I think he would probably try that first, which would be funny, and then it would just come to blows. It would just be another Crucible fight, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he would try to outsmart other Grog and be like, "You're dumb Grog, and your mirror opposite is me, super not dumb Grog."
I feel like Grog's kind of so dumb, though, you could be like, look over there, pff, look over there, pff, look over there, and he'll just keep
That's
looking
too
and getting
smart. I
punched.
feel like that's too smart for him. That's upper shelf, you know.
Would you try to borrow the techniques of your allies? Would you poorly haggle with him on the field of battle, or try to do some beat
my
poetry?
breasts?
Show your breasts,
Yeah.
Beat poetry.
which are probably on par.
Yeah, I don't know
Right?
if he could rhyme that that long. I don't know if you could
It's
pull
beat
that
poetry.
off.
You don't have to rhyme. It's just about capturing the culture and basically speaking to the human condition in
Look
a way
at
that
the
makes
ham
your fellows
on
follow.
the
I feel like
street.
Literally just
Angry.
beat a poet repeatedly.
Oh, that's
and call that your beat.
really in
that's
my
Krog's
wheelhouse.
idea of beat poetry.
Yeah.
Dear Vox Machina, Jester Eric X, with Carrick's / Rothfuss's extensive aid and presence over so many episodes, and being the one who killed Raishon, has any thought been given to making him an honorary member of Vox Machina?
We were thinking of just handing the show over to him. And backing
Does it
out
come
slowly.
with this one? If you buy Critical Role, you also get to talk more.
As long as I get to play Samantha. That's all
Yeah.
I want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the tough chick that gets to punch Rothfuss over and over.
There you go. That
I'm
was
into
fun.
it.
That was fun. I mean, like,
Yeah, he's an honorary. Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely an ally, but I don't even think Carrick wants that type of responsibility. I
He
mean,
just wants the plushie.
yeah, and which he's gonna have to fight Marisha for now, it seems. But I thought that's part of why his exit I thought was so beautiful. It was, as far as like his relationship with them, it was a return to form as an old soldier who realized this was his final hurrah, one way or another. Either he was going to die or he was going to lay down his weapon and go back to plowshares.
Gonna lay down his weapon and make a goddamn television program with Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Well, yeah, if you roll high enough in the chart. I guess.
right.
Poor bastard.
But yeah, it was a great moment. There wasn't a big, long goodbye. It was just poignant, simple, and him and Keyleth as well. In the group as a whole, it was very much kind of a father saying goodbye to their daughter, almost like going off to college or something like that. That whole dynamic, that whole just go do good, turn around, and then walk off. It was just, it was a beautiful
Yeah,
moment.
it's beautiful, man. He's,
love it.
He's a smart dude.
I also
I'm-
liked
yeah.
his pragmatic business of adventuring, which was like, yeah, I'm taking some of this. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
my share.
Yeah.
And totally jacking some of the party shit as he
Yeah.
walked off.
Yeah, going
into the
like
sunset.
he's not even hiding it. He thinks this is owed to him. This is his stuff.
Oh, not
Yeah.
to mention that he still has your displacer
It's
cloak.
not my cloak. He stole it from his foster daughter. That was given. I'm full up. I'm attuned to the max, man. I wasn't
Yeah,
taking that
displacer
back.
cloak now belongs with Carrick.
Sheesh.
Let's bring back to the max. That's all I care.
Please don't do that.
Matt,
We get Pepsi
Yes.
Clear out of it.
Crystal Pepsi, you mean?
Crystal Pepsi. What did I say? Pepsi Clear? I'm an
fine.
idiot.
You're
Next
allowed
guest
one each
player is
episode.
Poochie the dog.
I get 5. I get 5.
There you go.
Matt, Zenobia Talon,
Zenobia, what's up?
who was your favorite Conclave member to portray and why?
Oh man. I mean, I got to go with Raishon.
Yeah.
There's just a lot more complexity to the character, and the interfacing with the party and being able to actually converse in a non-combat atmosphere made a very interesting villain where there was that sort of tentative alliance, and was she lying, was she telling the truth? I love being able to play a character who is opposition, that is an antagonist, but to the frustration of the protagonists, you're in a position where you can't really combat them or take them down, and you have to make that sort of necessary, strange bedfellows type relationship. So yeah, I love Raishon.
You dunked on us pretty hard with her multiple times.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, that's the
Nothing but net. a
just
few
crotch
times.
in face hanging off the rim. What now, Vox Machina? Yeah, there's some
Every
serious
time there
dunking
was
going on.
every time there was a cone of cold, the backboard shattered.
Posterizing us. Yeah, I mean, because we didn't. The other dragons we didn't even talk to unless it was
Yeah.
like, prepare to die. There was no like back and forth really.
Yeah, poor Krieg was like, "What are you doing? This is my living room," and we're just fighting with him.
Yeah, that was when it started. Now, I enjoyed all of them for the elements. Vorgal was fun because it was the more primal kind of bestial dragon. Umbrasyl was kind of the classic layer dragon, intelligent, vain, but also kind of monstrous. Thordak was just batshit insane by the time you got to him. And there's always that element of a villain that you wish you could have more conversation with, but it doesn't make sense in the narrative. There was no chance to rush into the center of Iman during this giant siege against all the armies and then stop and be like, so, what's going on? Yeah. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So, Raishon I enjoyed because I had the opportunity to do that a little bit.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the Conclave arc, Funny Hair Zelda Man,
Bless you, internet.
aren't they the best?
Oh yeah.
Funny Hair Zelda Man says, Matt, now that the Conclave arc is pretty much over, How do you think the party did in reacting to situations and enemies thrown at them? Are you satisfied with the story and the gameplay you created?
That's an interesting question. Yeah,
why I chose it.
I've had a good job, Ryan. Well done.
No, that's dumb. Don't apply it for me ever.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of kind of post-mortem thoughts about the arc, and it's a very long arc. I don't know if I'd run an arc quite that long again. I didn't intend it to be this long, but it just kind of worked out that way.
Speaking of, 47 days in-game spanned from when the Conclave attacked to the fall of Raishan.
There you go.
47 in-game days. That's exactly how long. Yeah, that's crazy. Continue. Sorry, I just wanted to.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, it's. I really enjoyed it. I felt it played out well. The cinematic moments hit well. You guys did a great job of gathering information, traveling to interesting, strange places to build your capabilities against the villains. Any person tells a story, you'll be critical of your own narrative at times, and there are things I could have done better. But this is the nature of D&D. Is so much of it ends up being improvised and thrown together by the seat of your pants that you just kind of hope to, do what works in the moment and then try and fix it later between the sessions. But overall, I liked it. I was really happy with it.
Do you feel like we've seen the end of Raishan?
Of Raishan?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm worried about the sixth dragon, Shemp, that is on a whole other island. Different Shemp, yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Chartreuse
that
dragon.
Oh,
Do you not know
Chartreuse. How wonderful.
Shemp was one of the lesser-known stooges.
That's why I didn't. Yep.
Yeah.
Never heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, what a difference 5 years makes.
Boy.
You didn't know
Boy.
about Shemp?
Was that how long it's been since the Stooges was on the air? Good
Shemp
pull.
Howard?
Nope.
Bedwetter Shemp Howard?
Nope.
Oh, there's a
think so.
whole.
Put it in the game.
Okay, be done.
It is done.
The rest of the show is going to be your Three Stooges lore, by the way, just so you guys are aware. That's the next campaign setting.
Tiamat's in my game from the show, the 80s show. If you get a chance to see that, if you guys ever want good,
the original
good
cartoon?
advice on how to do good voice acting,
Ralph.
the original D&D cartoon is full of some definite
Choice.
acting.
Choice bits.
dude.
Oh, they're acting.
Oh, yeah.
Liam,
Yeah.
Desakt, I don't know how you pronounce it, Dasacht wants to know,
Oh, that's dangerous.
are you worried that as the Raven Queen's champion,
Yeah.
if Vax dies, the Raven Queen may not return him to life?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, I have some theories that I don't think I want to air yet for what would happen if Vax were to die.
Don't.
Well, so far so good.
Yeah.
I think about it every time.
But why are you
Knock
hitting
on the
table?
goddamn wood so
Oh,
he
sorry.
doesn't
Is there
die,
wood?
Travis. Jesus. Continue, please. I'm sorry about your friend.
Professionals, some of us are. I don't know. I mean, like, there for this show, there are some questions that I want to dive into, and that, like, I don't want to play my hand yet for what I think would
Don't.
happen.
Yeah.
But I do marvel at the end of every fight that I leap into, like the cat in the Sail video, that he comes out fine. He comes out all right in the end.
Did you see the gif where they did Lady Gaga
Yes.
jumping in the
It's
cat?
so good.
Yes, I watched it 12 times in a row, yes.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's not a gif either. Travis,
Peanut butter.
Sometimes it is.
this question could not have come from a more appropriate screen name
Oh no.
for you ever. I like pork and fighting wants to know.
Yeah, that's a great name.
That's our next spin-off show.
That's what?
That's our next spin-off show.
That's the next spin-off show.
that's a
I
long
like pork
handle.
and fighting with Tarvis Wellingrod. Travis, in a similar fashion to you, this is him writing. I am a jock that deep inside is a geek.
Same.
Something no one's ever accused me of. yeah. Basically, I'm a professional MMA fighter that also loves D&D and musical theater. Good for you. Man.
Yeah, dude.
Have any of your less understanding friends given you a hard time for having interests in the arts and RPGs?
Oh, all the time. All the time. Yeah, the bullying and the mocking goes both ways. Like, I had coaches that would call me Thez for thespian.
Yeah.
I had,
Bryant?
yeah.
Sick burn.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I know. I mean, but on a football field, like, you'll take whatever. It's better than Wussingham, right?
Yeah.
I used to. What was it?
Wussingham,
My coach
right?
used to offer me Vagisil for my musical theater performance practices. I was like, really? Just terrible, right?
Blessed classic American masculinity.
I know. It
It's
just you
beautiful.
raise them the right way.
I love that teacher so much.
I know. He also had great.
Vagisil for your
I know. I had to laugh, but I was like, that's not cool, coach.
Oh man, Vagisil.
That's okay. I was a good player anyway. It happened like all the time. I even had friends that when we first like started Critical Role and we were first going to go do the stream, I told some of them, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna live stream our D&D show. And a couple of my friends from college that are still out here on the West Coast were like, you're gonna what? What is it? Your D&D game? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, like the roll the dice and the pen and the paper. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, who's gonna watch that? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sure. And he was like, okay, well, you enjoy your D&D game.
Yeah.
I had that same conversation with my wife.
Until the last sentence. Yeah.
By the way, on Super Bowl Sunday, I realized it was Super Bowl Sunday around 2 p.m. And during the game, I was in a vegan Mexican restaurant having a spicy margarita. So, classic Super Bowl Sunday.
Just red, white, and blue,
Yeah.
patriotic.
Now, I never want to be
all-American.
accused of misreading a situation, but when I think of a man's man,
It's really good.
Could you tell me either
Yeah.
the teams or the cities that played in the Super Bowl?
You were really involved, invested. Were the Patriots in it?
Yes.
Okay.
oh, this is
That's.
going
I don't
great.
even need anything else. That was
No,
amazing.
no, we're gonna get more. We're gonna get more.
That's it. 2 years.
The other team was the ATLs.
was
Yep.
the.
Yep.
Alcohol, tobacco, firearms.
Yeah.
The ATF. Yeah.
Does that have anything to do with Atlanta?
Sure does.
Yeah.
It does.
Wow.
We are making baby steps,
Yeah.
one thing at a time.
Oh, he'll be watching lacrosse in no time.
Yeah. He'll be throwing
we'll start him on
spirals and
lacrosse.
rock snapping
They're,
before you know
they're
it.
the Atlanta ATLs.
The Atlanta
Is that
ATF.
Atlanta, though?
Yeah, Atlanta Adults.
Yep.
Yep.
Their
Okay.
colors are red and hot.
Guys, do you think they have more secrets though?
Well, roll persuasion.
More secrets than the
No, that
Patriots?
doesn't
Nobody has
happen
more
here.
secrets
You
than the Patriots.
don't do that here.
We'll cross it whether you want me to or not, Travis. I have a whole sketch based around this we did years ago.
Somewhere in Woodland Hills right now, Will Friedle is watching this and he just shattered the drink.
Was that pass interference, Bill? I don't know. Roll for dexterity, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Fired.
Friedle, I think, has a bookshelf as big as the Washington Monument of fantasy novels. So, I mean, he's got 1 foot on each side.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And half of them are his unpublished ones.
Is he right?
Shit, I have to play D&D with that guy in like
Yeah.
a week. I'm fucked.
He's gonna
Yeah,
kill
you
you
do.
first round.
I brought him a gift.
Gypped.
A gift.
I will punch you.
I don't have
Liam.
a preference. Whatever you say, I will say
shoot
the
you with a
opposite.
Nerf dart. J. Jedi Jameson. Mixing 3 of the things I love the most. Jamesons, Jedis, and the letter J.
There you go.
Oh, and
Yeah, come on.
Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man. J.
Jonah Jameson.
J. Jingleheimer. Jameson. Schmidt.
Okay, now I'm in a fighting mood.
I say we fight. I say we fight
more?
Denise.
What's the question?
Denise, please don't speak unless spoken to. Which we totally did.
Yeah, we did.
Liam, we've seen slight hints of Vax's animosity towards Sildor softening somewhat during the run-up to the end of the Conclave arc. No, I fucked it up. God damn you, Andrew, at crit roll stats. The beginning one was Vex. The second one will be Vax.
Okay.
They're keeping track of how many times I fuck up your guys' names now. And you too, bro. You too, man. Be
You
careful.
will suffer as I suffer.
Let's start over since Sam's not here. We've seen slight hints of Vex's animosity towards Sildor softening somewhat during the run-up to the end of the Conclave arc. Is Vax coming around in a similar manner, or is he finished trying to deal with his father altogether?
I mean, I think at this point, he's not looking to get in any fights with his dad. It's just not. He's found his family, and it's not Sildor. So I think that in the years leading up to meeting him again, he probably harbored a lot of anger and had a chip on his shoulder about it. And now it's just that everybody has made their decisions, and his family are the people that he's with now. And if Sildor wanted to be his family, he would have been his family in a real and meaningful way.
Say he was. Say Vax grew up with a better upbringing and dad than he did, right? Do you think that experience, if he had grown up in that, he wouldn't have been drawn to the roads that sort of ended up leading him to Vox Machina and doing all of this?
Yeah, he would have been happy to stay there. I mean, if Dad had come and collected them and been a dad, then he would have been happy to. I mean, he might not have been an emissary like Vex imagines she would be, but he would have been happy to stay with his family. His sister would have been happy there. He's happy with his sister. He would have wanted to.
Bit of a klepto, though.
Yeah, but I don't think he would have turned it into a profession. I don't know. I mean, I don't have an exact mirroring of this in my life, but like my dad remarried, and I was 5, and I didn't know who this woman was that he married, and I was like, who is that? I don't know if I want to have anything to do with her when I was 5, but now that's my mom now, and I love her.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it would change over time, but he's not looking to get closer to Dad. He's found his family.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we got to give away some free shit really fast.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. I find myself hilarious.
Somebody.
Well, that's all the time we have. Each week, you critters capture moments from the show, make hilarious and or awesome gifts, and we like to feature some of them in our gift of the week. Sam here yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
This week's winner was sent in by Emo in a Tuxedo, and it features you, Travis.
No.
Let's take a look, Denise. Wait. Prove that you're you.
No.
It's you. I love it so much. That was such a great moment. It couldn't have happened any quicker. No, it's you.
Back
So
to
good.
whatever was in my fingernail.
amazing.
To pulling a full live bird
Thank
out from between your
you.
teeth.
Yeah. Thank you for sending that in, Emo in a Tuxedo. For that, you will be receiving a Lootware box. This is not it. This is just a Loot Crate, but it's from our friends at Loot Crate. Yay! Tonight's show brought to you by Vagisil. Thank you to everyone for submitting this week. Huge thank you to Loot Crate for sponsoring our giveaways.
Finally came on board.
Ooh, Emo in a Tuxedo. You will be getting a Lootware box that's got shirt and everything and all kinds of cool stuff in it. Thank you so much, Loot Crate, for sponsoring the show. Well, someone bring out the goddamn delinquent. Get him on the couch. Sam Riegel, ladies and gentlemen. Just sit tight.
Separate you guys.
Yeah.
Look, he's got his big boy tie on and everything.
Guys,
Welcome.
I was watching the show from over there, and wow, it has improved.
You think so?
Nah. It's kind of the same.
Feels
It
the
is a
same.
sausage party tonight.
It is. Yeah, just wait till the stream goes off.
Is this like, I'm sorry for being late? It's kind of my thing, though.
Yeah,
so.
we know.
Yeah, it's your mom.
We know. What were you gonna ask? Is it what?
No, it feels kind of like a bachelor party atmosphere, so I'm just wondering if like we're gonna get like a knock on the door and someone's gonna come and be like, in a police outfit. And be like,
264.
There won't be a knock on the door because there's a sock on the door.
oh yeah, yeah.
Isn't it a tie? Isn't it a tie on the
Eddie told me it was a sock. Eddie?
Eddie. Come on, man.
I think it's a sock.
Who hangs socks?
Sam, welcome.
Hi, Brian.
We have a lot of questions for you. We have a lot of questions.
I don't know why. I don't honestly, I don't know what questions you could have. I wasn't in the last episode. In the previous episode, I was dead. So I mean, there's not much I can.
Well,
talk
here's
But
what we can.
surprisingly, you were the most useful that you've ever been.
about. That's true.
We could talk about how forlorn you were in the text thread for the entire week, even though you're like, it's got to happen. And then for the next 7 days, man,
I was moping around like a
Just not
sad-
ready.
Despondent.
I mean, I know I always said I wanted someone to die.
Retching of clothes.
I like this game a lot, and
Yeah.
I like you fellows.
Am I too a fellow?
You can yes.
I can
you're
apply
a
for
fellow.
fellowship?
I enjoy you too.
That's
your
about
way.
the most we're going to get out of him on that subject. Episode 84, let's talk about it.
Sure.
But first, question from Willie the Hateful Goat.
That's also a good
your
one.
nemesis.
To everyone, start dancing now, no questions asked, go.
There's no music playing. That's
Oh,
all.
there's no music playing. Well, there is music playing, but it sounds like it's from Legends of the Guardians, the Owls of Ghoul. Have you ever seen that? It's a good pull.
Wow.
That pull's for you, Joss Whedon. Next question is from Terrific. Terrific. Oh! We got there. Everyone, when you miss an episode, do you watch it?
I just watched the first hour of episode 84.
Congrats.
That's as far as I got, because, guys, hate to tell you this, kind of a long show. Kind of too much to sit through.
Also, kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it's a big downer.
84, kind of a bummer. Ended well.
I watched the part where they were saving my life and crying about me, because who doesn't want to see Matt, well, no, you weren't crying, but everybody else was, cry about you. And then it started getting plotty, and I was like, click.
Yeah, same.
Were you moved? Were you moved?
Of course I was moved. I was texting you guys today while I was watching it, hearing you sing that song while Laura was sobbing next to you. I
Yeah.
was choked up. I was at work watching it. I was like, oh man,
We're gonna
this
get
is so
there.
nice.
We're gonna get there. Actually, speaking of strong draw, great account, axed, Sam, what was the hardest part for being absent for the resurrection of Scanlan?
So while the resurrection of Scanlan was going on, I was at an exclusive Los Angeles restaurant having a great dinner. An expensive dinner, wine was flowing, I was eating sushi, I was drinking champagne. So in a sense, not hard at all. But in another sense,
You know he had his phone under the table like this.
Sitting over there.
I had my phone on the table next to the plate of exquisite cuisine, and it was a special occasion. I had to miss. I'm sorry.
Oh no, we know
No,
that.
nobody was mad that you weren't here.
Okay, but no, I was
nice.
watching my phone like a hawk, and I forget the sequence of how you guys told me I lived, but I was thrilled, and yes, I was nervous the whole night. I was nervous on the way to the dinner. I was nervous as I was ordering the fantastic bottle of champagne. I was
Gotta listen to this for 30
butterflies in
more
the pit of
minutes.
my stomach as I was just shoveling mouthfuls of amazing fish down
There we
my
go.
throat.
I'd like to just take this moment to let the audience know that Sam is an obnoxious foodie, the
Yes.
worst kind of foodie. I remember once being all proud and sharing a picture of pancakes I made for my kids, and like 5 minutes later, he's like, really? Here's the crumble blueberry blah, blah, blah that my amazing wife made. I'm covered in filth and my hair is going sideways, and I have never forgiven you for that ever.
I love that his wife made it though.
Oh, of course.
And then he's
I'm a
like,
good
look at
sister.
this.
Gets it.
You're a dummy.
I was super nervous. I thought that I wouldn't be so upset about dying because,
Yeah.
you know, I think it would be fun for one of us to die. I just don't want it to be me.
What sucks is that I want it to be you so bad. No, I'm just kidding.
you.
I'm just kidding. Well, I'm gonna get there in my game pretty soon. Travis, we gotta keep going.
No, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I could shoot the shit with you boys all night. However,
This is serious.
restraining orders keep us from doing that. Travis, you've had some fucking killer acting the last couple of episodes, and I want to commend you for it.
Oh, thank
There's no joke. Literally, I've known you for a long time. You've known me for a short time.
Stalker.
All those weeks at the house before you came home. No, but I was really glad to see you have
Crafty
a
face in the
few.
window.
Yeah. With a plunger for some reason. The lotion's in the basket. I was really impressed, and we're going to take a look at a moment from you this past Thursday that had everyone talking, Denise.
Oh, wow.
Who would like to make a contribution to the ritual?
I'll go. I step up and I take my Titanstone knuckles off I take the belt of dwarven kind off. I wrap it around the knuckles, and I lay it next to Scanlan. And I say, you've been with me through so much. I pride myself on my strength, but as we fought Earthbreaker Groon, you were there by my side, as I learned that my true strength comes from my friends. Which means that these trinkets, no matter how strong they are, mean nothing. You knew me before them, and I would hope you would know me after. And while my best buddy Pike taught me to love, you taught me to laugh. And I don't want to know what life is like without that. And the last thing I'd say is, Saint, you spent so many times inspiring me. I'd like to take a page from your book, and to the tune of the Washington Redskins fight song, sing, Hail to Scanlan Shortholt, hail to victory. No one can make me laugh faster. Please bring him back to me.
Wow, that was my
really good
goodness.
Acting. Really good acting.
That was powerful.
Oscar goes zoot.
That was some of the best acting I've seen tonight. Travis. No, that was amazing. Morecant85. Travis, Grog seemed to take Scanlan's death really hard. Had the resurrection failed, what impact would that have had on Grog?
Yeah, I was thinking about that a lot. I think Grog, it probably would have been super dark for a long time. I mean, I genuinely, as Grog and as myself, I just genuinely didn't want to see Scanlan go, right? I mean, it's just, Scanlan's such a unique character and brings such life and humor and levity, and you know, there's a great balance in our show, and I think that part of it is so irreplaceable in ways, and so I view Scanlan as like this irreplaceable part of Grog's life, and like Pike and Scanlan would be the two things that I think would just crumble him. And as much as I was like, oh, I don't want to think about what I'm going to do for the resurrection, it was the whole week. Like, it was just the whole week spent going like, this has to be fucking great.
How'd you land on what you did? Did you throw out a bunch of other ideas, or just kind of?
Like, it's going to sound psychotic, but in like quiet moments or whether I was driving, I would just like, practice what I was going to say.
Now you know what it's like to be Scanlan. Constantly singing in the car.
Yeah, and then I was like, what is the if it's all about sacrifice or something that means a lot, what's the one thing that Grog, aka me, would never do? And I remembered his inspiration from the Redskins fight song and throwing the dice, and what a great moment that was. And I was like, there's no other choice. There's no other choice.
It was
great.
It was
A
really
lot of
good.
people asked if you would have tried to use the deck to bring him back.
If it had failed, that might have happened.
But first you would have to realize,
A lot of things would have had to happen
yeah,
before
I
that
don't
happened.
have it. He would have done one of these.
Yeah, if he had had a skull with an emerald in it or a deck of cards that maybe produced a magic item, he might have tried that. But it didn't happen, so hey.
Yeah.
Liam, CD88 wants to know.
CD or CD?
CD,
Okay, I can answer this.
like the part of town Sam lives in. Liam, was Vax prepared to contribute to Scanlan's resurrection ritual had Kaylee refused to participate? Did you have something prepared like Travis and Ashley, or would you have winged it?
I had bupkis prepared. Nothing. I didn't feel like it was Vax's place to. I mean, I would have improvised on the spot, but Grog and Pike are no-brainers. Kaylee is a no-brainer, and if she wasn't available, I still think that Vex is closer to Scanlan than Vax is. This is my boyfriend, but that's Sam. So I was choked up during the game because you and I sat in a box like idiots talking about what is Dungeons & Dragons years ago, And the idea of losing the
How big
character,
was the box?
like about
4x4?
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks for the
large
picture.
cube.
But Vax was gonna sit it out. I mean, he cared deeply, but he knew that other people. He also didn't think. I don't think Vax thought that Scanlan would listen to him. Like if the reality of these resurrections in our world is that it's the friends and family like calling out and saying, "This is what you mean to me. Please come back." And God, wouldn't it be great if that's what we could do in real life? Is the amount you cared had an effect on
Yeah, I know.
keeping them? Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
But the way things have been going, he didn't think that Scanlan would answer his call.
Wow.
So no.
Would you have come back if he would have done something?
Me?
Yeah.
Or Scanlan?
No, not here we go.
It was all pretty great. I had pretty much no choice in coming back. All the ritual was so amazing.
Oh, there's a lot. Actually, we're going to get to, there's a question here about, so Taliesin had instructions for his resurrection, or terms, I would say. Is that a safe way to put it? Terms? Thank you. Did you have the same?
No, not exactly. We talked about it ahead of time, and there was a game plan, and that was it. I mean, there was no real little. It wasn't a complicated list of demands. It was just how I thought it could or should go. That's it. Pretty simple.
Yeah. Travis, were you prepared for the possibility, this is Jubileus wants to know, were you prepared for the possibility that whichever deity granted Scanlan's revival would also take your knuckles and belt as payment?
I was. I texted Matt and I asked, because I really don't know a lot, either in the character or outside of the character, like what is needed. But
Just a caveman.
I know, I would just be me. But it was such an important note for the thing where I think Grog is like, this beard makes me amazing and these knuckles make me amazing. And then just to go back to the basic nature of, like, he was my friend before that. You know, we were picking up lady favors before, and I hope we can do that again, and I'll trade anything for that. That notion was important. So I was fully prepared just to be like,
Wow.
nothing for it.
A tiny
Wow,
8.5
Sam.
foot hairless chihuahua.
I asked Ash if she would have given up her vestige that just got awoken, and she said no. Matt, a lot of people want to know the verdict on the beard. Where does the beard stand?
Okay, so
I've asked this many times.
My consideration for the beard is when the belt is unattuned, it doesn't make the hair fall out. It just does not grow anymore. So if the beard is unattuned and then he shaves or it gets burned off, then it's gone and it doesn't come back until he reattunes to the belt. So that's how I consider the magic. So taking off the belt, he still has the dwarf beard on. It just will not.
But if I got fireballed,
Yeah.
that sucker's
Not
gone.
coming back.
Yeah.
There's a whole chapter that covers magical facial hair in the handbook.
Yeah. Well, they're actually coming out with that book next year.
Yeah.
Wizards. Yeah.
I can't wait.
There's Fu Manchu, there's Tails.
Sure.
Are you
right?
kidding? Liam's going to be on the goddamn cover. Look at this beautiful guy.
Maybe that thing's majestic right
You look
now.
great.
Yeah, this is 3 days.
I hope. Where did you set your helmet in the studio after you rode your motorcycle? I love it, dude.
Oh, I left it at the vegan Mexican place.
Oh, I love
Missing a
it.
man bun and the whole thing's complete.
Yeah, if you only had. If I only had a man bun.
It was a really good margarita, you guys. It was really good.
I bet.
Proceed.
I bet. Nowhere else to hang out at 2 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon than a vegan fucking. Sam, the laughing dog asks Sam.
Oh, okay. Did I miss something?
Bards are meant to live and tell the tale. Having died twice in such a short amount of time, is Scanlan rethinking his strategies in combat now to ensure his own self-preservation?
Scanlan isn't thinking anything right now because he's in a coma.
But
when
obviously-
he wakes up, if he wakes up, maybe, I don't know, Matt maybe will want to keep me in a coma for like 3 months. I have no idea. I don't know. But if he wakes up, I would assume that yes, he will rethink how he died twice in the last 2 fights, and
He'll rethink
probably make
that.
some tweaks to his fighting style, perhaps.
I don't want to know because we're all audience members of each other. Like, when these guys are going and I'm not on, I'm just as much a critter as the critters are. I'm watching.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what you're going to do next. Are you going to be still addicted to
No, what
to
he
the
wrote down on his
or-
notepad was, going forward, avoid meteor storms.
I assume, I don't know if he'll make any changes. He'll probably consider making changes in his approach. I mean, any rational human being
Right.
would be like, "Oh, I've done this and I've died twice. Maybe let's reassess."
Use the scientific method to prevent further death.
But I don't know what he's gonna do next. I assume that the first death affected him, and the second death will probably too. And I don't really know how.
Dragons, not my favorite.
This is why. These conversations are why. So last week, I will go back and watch the show periodically to criticize Denise meticulously.
Sure, you give her like a page of notes every day leading up to the show.
Every day leading up to the show, I give
Yeah.
her a page of notes about last week's show.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite things I happened to notice in the Twitch chat in the middle of the show, so someone came in, I don't think they knew what the show was or Critical Role was, I think they just came in from Twitch. They came in and they were like, "Hey guys, this is cool, my first time watching the show," and then 5 minutes later they wrote, "Is this about Scientology?" Because Sam, and when Sam's talking right now, I go, if this person tuned back in, and he's like, the second time I died, the third, if that person tuned back in, he's going, oh, God damn it, the Scientology show's on Twitch again.
Can we please make that the first official Talks Machina t-shirt? Talks Machina. It's about
It's about Scientology.
Man,
Next
that's
campaign,
so
man.
good.
Next campaign, the gloves
Yep.
come off.
Oh wow.
Roll for thetan removal.
That guy-
Holding cans while we play.
That guy came in and thought this is the worst Metroid speed run I have ever seen.
All right, let's give away some more free shit.
Give it away.
In addition to our gift of the week, you, the fans, send in incredible fan art for moments during Critical Role. We like to reward you for those as well. It's time for our fan art of the week. Denise.
Oh, yeah.
This week's winner, God damn it, who hides these in the barrel every week? This week's winner was sent in by Melissa Kelt, at Melissa Kelt with the K, aka Melissimoo on Twitter, and it features you, Sam. Let's take a look, Denise.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yes, queen.
Just the best. The cube is majestic.
The cube. The cube really draws the eye.
That might be my favorite Critical Role
It's
fan
really
art ever
hard
made.
to beat. It's great.
Sorry, go on.
I was saying, I kind of want to get this actually put on canvas in a large size
Like
for
a
you
sheet
to
of
put
honey, right?
to
Like
put
really
in your
well
living room
done.
without telling
I
people.
would,
Just like,
I would do that. I would put that. I would hang that on my wall
Hell
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I show. First of all, that's my new Twitter, background
It is, the
now.
banner, yeah.
Yeah, banner. And also, I showed that to my 4-year-old son this morning, and he said,
Daddy, what's a cube?
he said, "Is that really you?" I had to explain that no, I did not. It's not me. I did not pose for that.
But your ears are pointing.
He said it's Dad with much cooler hair.
Wait. What did Q think?
Oh, she loved it.
Yeah?
this is probably the first thing that she's ever liked about our show.
Wow. She still have a zero tolerance policy for this show, though?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Thank you for submitting that, Melissa. For that, you will be receiving this player's handbook signed by the cast of Critical Role. Yay! Our thanks to Loot Crate for sponsoring tonight's giveaways. Thank you so much, Melissa. Congratulations. Let's move on
Moving on.
yes.
to the heavy drinking.
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Break out the ever.
Matt,
Yes.
watching the players agonize over the box with Seneca's wife's ashes.
Yes.
How does it make you feel to know your players are now so paranoid that any mundane thing you throw at them could lead to such extreme reactions? And was that always your goal?
It's delicious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. It's as a person who's running a game for a while, it's cool to think that you've instilled enough nuance to the world where they question their actions and what comes at them. On the other hand, some things are just journeys and learning to trust occasionally.
Whatever.
And we'll see if anything comes of that. But it was very, very interesting and fun to watch them live in this cycle of paranoia and get like, okay, we're good. All right, we're good. And surprisingly, Ashley was the one who really couldn't let it go at the end. And I
We
was
got
like,
home Thursday night from the game,
man.
and she threw her keys down and went, "What's in the box?" I was like, "I know. I want to know too. I want to know too."
I know. Like there's a few things that I'm looking forward to doing, like a post-mortem, like at the end of the campaign, or even like at the end of this arc. Like whenever you guys decide to finish your research on the things you found from the Necromancer's Sanctum, we can do like on a Talks episode soon, like a post-mortem on the whole Conclave arc, like the
all my research.
reveal all type thing.
I forgot a special announcement.
That would be really cool. I would
be
tune
fun.
in for part of
Little
that.
statues
Yeah,
of my poop.
Part of it. I forgot a special announcement.
What's the
Okay.
special announcement? What is this?
We're coming to WonderCon, baby.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But I'm not going to say anything else. But
Why not?
I can't. We can't say it
Saving
yet.
it. We gotta save
We
it
can't
for
say
now.
it yet. But save
Time date.
the dates for WonderCon. If you're a critter, start saving your money. Start stealing from your friends. Start selling your parents' VCRs.
What about that last one?
They
Or your
shouldn't have a
bodily
VCR
fluids,
anyway.
You could sell those.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
Plasma.
we'll tweet out
Worth
the
more than
place that Sam
VCRs
goes
at
to.
this point?
Yeah. Fair bet.
Sorry, did you get enough time to finish that?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. I just forgot we had that announcement when you said coming
And
soon.
thank you for doing it, because we needed to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it some more as soon as we can. We'll let you guys know all the details as soon as we get them from WonderCon. Liam, Sarah Goldax, why the heck is Vax naked all the time? Now listen, before you answer that, crit roll stats.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I asked for something that they are not tracking yet,
Yeah.
and he was like, A, fuck you, Brian. B, we'll track it. Times naked on stream.
Per character?
Pike, 1.
1.
Yeah, for
Percy,
Cannonball.
Right.
2. Vex, 2. Vax, 3. You are the
Wasn't
most
some huge
naked.
jump.
No, but so far, now Andrew wanted me to specify.
Grog and Scanlan have never been naked?
No, I just urinated in a lake.
I showed so many
But listen,
peens.
but listen.
There's a difference between being
But listen.
unclothed or just flashing
They
something.
wanted me to specify this list. This is from Andrew. Quote: "This list does not include mooning, flashing, etc."
What about what is
Because I peed on a vampire at some point. My wang was out.
Yeah, I mean, if you're dropping Trout a dump on a bed in the Underdark, I'm assuming we can see everything. And then also, didn't Scanlan pull Kima aside to show her some?
Yeah, but I guess I
Some
wasn't
altered
fully
things?
naked.
Yeah, do you
fully
disrobe for a dump? I don't know.
Most
That's kind of
most
weird.
of the time, I'm Donald Ducking it.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, it doesn't matter for me because I'm smooth.
All the artists have to go back and retool all their old fan art to make Scanlan just accurate.
Yeah, shirt on, pants off.
Why is he all naked? 3 times, I don't know, is always. We can talk about the specific, though, if you want to talk about the last episode. I could make up a role-playing reason. The real reason is because I wasn't expecting anybody to come searching for me in the tomb, and Laura ran in, and I thought, well, here's clearly a good chance to fuck with Laura.
Yeah, I like where your head's.
But if I have to come up with a role-playing reason, I could say that like he wears that armor all the time. It does stink. I've established that it smells weird, and Hodis tried to assassinate him, so he wears it all the time. I mean, he's had a little time off because now he has a tank of a druid sleeping next to him every night, but when he takes it off to get a little time away from it, and I would never have made that part of the show, except that Laura burned me really bad a couple episodes ago, and I saw a chance for revenge, and I took it.
Yeah, she does that to people.
Yeah.
She's good at that.
Travis, Fiona Dunn wants to know: you previously called Grog a prideful beast. Of what is he most proud?
Oh, wow.
I said that right.
Yeah, I think there are like simple answers like his strength or whatever, but I think he considers himself like a very talented magician. He also thinks that he is easily the cleverest tactician in the group.
Sometimes that's true.
Yeah, sometimes it does turn out to be true. I think he also he would never ever want to look weak in front of anyone, right? Because I think deep down he knows that's probably like his greatest worth. So anytime that he can't open a door or whatever, like the rest of the group, boy, he's just broken inside.
I keep saying we need to replace this with a door.
Just a nice chamber.
That's the big bad at the final arc.
He's really proud of his beard too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have broken mechanical pencil.
That's true. Yes, thank you. He is very proud of the beard. Yeah. He's also proud of the knuckles too, but he knows that everybody else is like upgrading theirs, and he hasn't quite figured out how to do that yet. So he's kind of like something wrong with him.
It wasn't laying him at the altar of Scanlan.
No.
Wouldn't that have been fucking dope though? If that's what.
For
like,
a moment, I
Yeah.
thought it might be it, but it wasn't.
No, it was not.
No.
Sam,
Yes.
are you? We got a question from Tomiko Fujio on Facebook. Are you disappointed that no one rummaged through Scanlan's pockets and uncovered his secrets? The last couple weeks, he's been kind of crying for help. I feel like this was a missed opportunity for the crew. Do you concur?
Yeah, totally. It seems like that's a no-brainer when someone's unconscious. You obviously have to rummage through their belongings. I mean,
Good to know.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that when I'm at dinner at someone else's house and I go to their guest bathroom, I of course look through their medicine cabinet to see like, ooh, what are these weird pills about?
Yeah.
You know, you when you got the opportunity, take it.
Yeah.
So when we find you on the street after this bleeding out of your ears, we go through your pockets first. Then we'll
You'll
dial.
find a bunch of Vicodin that says Laura Bailey on it with your
I found it, honey.
Well, it's like put the mask on yourself before you put the mask on somebody else.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
It would have been mostly just weird smut and
smut.
yeah, just mostly smut.
Sam Riegel.
I think
Mostly
there's
smut.
there's a lot. Are these all? What are these? Are all merfolk in here? What is this?
He has a fetish.
It's a weird phase in his life.
He's got merfolk porn in his pocket size.
Weird fetish.
I think there's a lot of like, even with us, with the audience and us, of like confusion of time because we watch weeks of something play out that is only 1 week or a month in game. So it feels like Scanlan's been a drug addict for ages, but he's only shown us a
3
little
days.
tiny bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't flip out with the kind of behavior that has been described canonically in the game. I don't
No,
think.
you don't know enough yet. I
Yeah.
think you're still trying to figure it out.
I don't think it's
Yeah, you're
registered.
keeping an eye, but it's not intervention time yet.
Yeah.
We're running out of time, so Travis, Sarah Goldax wants to know how excited is Grog to fight Earthbreaker crew? Now it's been almost a year, Crit Roll Stats tells us, since the last fight, February 18th, 2016, so almost
But in
exactly a
game
year.
time?
Yeah,
Earth time.
yeah. Well,
Earth time,
February,
like a week.
duh. That means Earth time.
And I saw it today in an amazing stretch. The day that you did the Washington Redskins fight song was while we were fighting Earthbreaker Groon, and I did it the day that we get back
no
into the fight.
shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
which is just weird.
That's
and doesn't
crazy.
really matter.
That's the level of quality that you guys are committed to.
I mean,
Yeah.
I thought of that 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we put
Chain
reminders.
recorded that
Right.
was
Yep, totally.
Yeah, I just
Perfect.
predicted it. I'm fucking stoked. I'm really excited. My Dragon Ball Z mind has just been trying to think of like, what the hell is going to happen? What am I going to be allowed to do? What the hell does Matt want from me this time? I don't know. Like, it's really frustrating because I don't know what questions or challenges or what the pieces are going to need. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. It will definitely not just be like, I don't think it will just be like a straight up brawl.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to have to think in the middle of it all. And that dude is so powerful.
And don't you have like a -2 to everything now?
My saving throws, I do.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm amped. There's been some artwork in the past week that I was like, I love it. I love it so
dude,
much.
I'm excited too.
Best poker face in the business, Matt Mercer over there. He's just going, you have no idea, you
Terrible.
motherfucker.
Dude,
Terrible.
oh, it's
And
gonna be
he's
exciting.
not a dumb brute like Kern. He's wise as hell.
Yeah, he all the wise.
Oh, man.
yeah,
He all the wise and all the muscles.
Hey, where did you stop on the episode?
About an hour in, so they'd just gone. Laura was going to sleep. I think Keyleth was just like sending word to her that I was alive. That's
What
kinda
were
it.
you doing the last that you saw on
He
the
doesn't
stream?
know. He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
What was I doing?
I think you
There's
should
something
just-
about pudding. I haven't gotten to that part yet.
Pudding? What are you talking about?
Keep watching.
That's
They
weird.
dressed him up. In
No, I don't think keep watching. I think if you show up Thursday, Matt will bring you up to speed,
Tell you what you need to know.
tell you.
I think that's actually a great plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, after all,
I
you
saw
just-
some
you're
strange
out of it.
fan art that
Yeah,
I don't
stop.
know how to.
No, just stop. Let Liam
Can't really
handle
control
the
what
fan
they
art.
do.
I don't
Let
know.
Liam handle the fan art. I think you should enjoy the
Was
next
I
couple of
desecrated
nights
in some way?
No.
with your wife and kids, and just, don't overdo it on the critical role this week.
Violated.
No, there was a really funny conversation in the
got some-
episode, but you shouldn't know.
Yeah, you're with
about
family.
it because
Okay.
it might play into their coming back to you if you keep conscious.
We'll see.
Well, let's do one more.
One more what?
I can't ask that one because it's a spoiler. But Sam,
Yes.
this question's for everyone but you,
Great.
and it's from my beloved Arsqueef.
I love that name so much.
Wait, is that the whole?
I wish it was beloved Arsqueef.
Is it my beloved Arsqueef?
No,
This
it's
is
just
same
Arsqueef.
Arsqueef, who
It's
is
just
your
Arsqueef.
beloved. All right.
Arsqueef, who is my beloved?
Yes, yes. In a Shakespearean sense, got it.
In every
Anne Rice
sense.
presents Beloved Arsqueef.
She peaked after that one.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't quite the same.
We got him. Got him.
To everyone but Sam. Given the fact that Scanlan has died twice in 24 hours and the general trauma he's going through lately, would any of you blame him if he decided to hang up his adventuring boots? Hashtag free Denise.
Are we asking about Sam or Scanlan?
Scanlan.
Scanlan.
And are we asking Travis, Liam, Matt, or are we asking what
It's
the characters
everyone
think?
but Sam.
Are we talking about what the characters think if
Just
Scanlan were to
answer
retire?
the god.
I don't
I
care.
have two different answers.
We don't care about Sam. We care about Scanlan.
If Scanlan decided that life didn't have any luster anymore and wanted to bail out, Grog would kill himself and then go beat him to death again in the afterlife. He would be so pissed. I would beat you for eternity
Wow.
with bloody knuckles.
Whoa!
That's harsh.
Yeah.
Titanstone.
Then I love
If he wanted to retire, I mean, I think Vax feels like they have just taken Hitler down. I mean, we got the army already, and then the last one was Hitler, and we took Hitler out. It makes sense. Like we're obviously not going to. We're going to find a reason to keep, our band of merry misfits going. But it makes sense once the greatest evil that the world has ever known has been taken out for everybody to stop and pause and maybe party and day drink for a month straight, and then say, all right, well, I'm going to go take 3 months and chill out, and I'm going to go, and maybe I'll never come back. I mean, I think it makes. Liam doesn't want him to, but it makes sense that any of them, I think, would be like, holy shit. Maybe I'll retire early.
Actually, I changed my answer. I think we would try and trick him into coming back out. Like, oh, Scanlan, we need your help. Only you can do it. We
there's a
come up
fire
with something.
somewhere?
To try.
Oh, I'm back to adventuring.
You guys duped me.
There's a door with a cubic keyhole. Only you. Only you.
Yeah, I mean, trauma affects people in so many different, unique ways. And Scanlan's disposition, watching the shift as these really intense circumstances have mounted upon what he's known to have been the challenges, in the world at large, and how that's changed him. I'm really curious to see how he comes out of this as well. And it can go multitude of ways. Hey, that's my footsie.
I was
twin.
measuring foot size. We weren't playing footsie. We were just measuring foot size.
Watch. Shh. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this coming Thursday.
I'm not allowed to answer.
Are you going to be there Thursday?
Undecided.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight, guys. Make sure to send in questions via Twitter, Facebook, and Reddit for next week's episode. If you're on Twitter, use the hashtag AskToxMachina. Also, don't forget to send in your gifts and fan art for our weekly contest. If you're on Alpha, stick around. We'll be back in just a minute to take some questions from the Alpha chat in our Tox Machina After Dark segment. If you're not, We'll be back next week with an all-new episode. I would like to thank my guests, Ravish Twirling Man,
Oh, that's so good.
Lee Helm O'Brien, Michael Mercy, and Sam Siegel. We will see you next week, but until then, don't forget to love each other, and don't worry, it's almost Thursday. Good night, guys. Denise, it's not literally after dark. You can turn the fucking lights on. This looks so great.
Oh, get in here! Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, this is not good.
That is
I don't like these lights.
way too bright. All right, welcome back to the same show. We're here with the same people.
Whole new show.
This is a whole new show. This show is different because this one, the questions come from a chat room.
Whoa. Unfiltered.
I'm going to tell you which one.
Zip. Ka-dum, ka-dum.
It's on AOL to Matt.
Yes.
This is from Lord Boogzor.
Boogzor. Hi there, Lord Boogzor.
Just the attempt.
To Matt, if it fits the narrative that a player wanted to assassinate an NPC main bad guy, would you let them do it? Stop it.
I would let them attempt
Sam,
it.
stop it. Even if the max damage the player could do is lower than the total HP of the NPC.
So
I
many
mean,
abbreviations.
I would allow the attempt. It's one of those things where an assassination attempt is, a lot has to go right for that to work. And in the terms of like fantasy role-playing and powerful enemies, sometimes that single blow isn't enough to take them out. And it's kind of the strength of your assassin, rogue archetype. I would say that if it wasn't enough to reach their full hit points, I mean, you could let them if you wanted to be, helpful in that regard. But I prefer instead to have it be a near-death blow. The person is bleeding out, stumbling, and trying desperately to escape, and it becomes almost a chase as they're like leaving a trail of blood and screaming for their guards, and then things get like there's a lot of fun and tension narrative that you can build around that almost got them with one hit, and they have to finish the job in time before they manage to call their their respective bodyguards or army at the door. So that's what I would do.
Yeah.
You'd probably like one hit kill Sherry though, right?
Only one way to find out.
I mean,
Sherry's going down.
Gilmore would bring the punishment afterward. But
Yeah, no, that would be a
Yeah.
horrible turnabout.
I'd love to see Gilmore in a Punisher outfit.
Wow, that was
Get on
very
artist.
revealing, Brian.
I'd love to see a lot of people in a Punisher outfit.
all you guys.
Is that how you see the world? Like
That's how I see the world.
It's like a
skulls
Snapchat
everywhere.
filter. Everyone has Frank Castle.
Yeah.
You look like Frank Castle.
This music sucks this episode, by the way.
What happened to the Oompa band or whatever you
You know what? There's about like
the French
6
horn.
minutes on that loop, and the last 45 seconds or so are the French horns. Now, we love the French horns. That's never been in question on this show. However, you got to put up with like 6 minutes of. Now, I was raised in the circus, so I have a sensitivity towards that style of music anyway. But you have to put like 5 minutes of circus music on before you get to the French horn.
Not worth it.
We're working on a French horn only track that'll be isolated that we can just
Great,
use
great.
on
We'll
the
talk to
show.
Ben about that. Yeah.
Sam,
Yep.
that's a dumb question. Let's move on.
Great. Glad to be here.
I'm not going to say what the question was because the person's not dumb. There are no dumb people. Only smart
dumb
people who
questions.
ask dumb questions. That's terrible. Matt, what would you do? No, I'm not going to do that.
I would.
Man, these questions are spoiler fucking central.
Well, just ask him. We can always.
Sam, were you hoping for Scanlan to stay dead, or did you feel like you aren't done evolving the character? You kind of answered that one earlier, so that's why I skipped it.
Yeah, I kind of answered that earlier. What a fucking stupid question.
Yeah, seriously. Pay attention.
No, I'm honestly torn. Honestly torn. I think that it would be really fun for one of us to die.
I was
do.
fully prepared,
Yeah.
and I was kind of excited at the prospect of Scanlan not returning.
It'd have been devastating.
It would have
Yeah.
been devastating,
Yeah.
but also would have been fascinating.
Yeah.
And
I'd be okay with it.
yeah,
I'd be okay
we
with it.
talked about it for a bit, and it was down to that single dice roll.
Yeah.
Our text thread says otherwise.
I would have been sad, but I would have. Wow, what? It's great TV. Who knows what would have happened?
It's
Yeah.
internet.
You know,
It's internet.
on Jane the Virgin, something happened. I don't watch that show, but I was reading on Twitter. People were crazy about it. Man, that's
think
what we
she had a
need.
baby, yeah.
We need a virgin on our show, is what I'm saying.
Good luck.
Oh well.
We used to have one.
Glenn's a virgin.
Wait, who was a virgin?
Keyleth.
Yeah.
You You took her.
I mean, it was insinuated.
Yeah.
Here goes
that better be
Tumblr.
real love. You better stay together
really
forever.
Wow.
uncomfortable. all of a
We're a
sudden.
bunch of dads now.
You better stick by her, friend.
Yeah, we're keeping an eye. We're keeping
One and
an
done.
eye.
One and done.
On to the next.
You have her home
Hold
by
on, hold on.
Harvest Moon.
Now, what you don't know is half elves are like honeybees. Like, you know, once they sting, it breaks off and they go off and die somewhere.
It was so good.
Hey, I got one.
Yep.
Which 1v1 would you like to see among members of Vox Machina?
Just one-on-one. PvP.
Pike and Scanlan.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
That'd be
Yeah.
nice. That'd be
That
nice.
would be really interesting.
Vax and Grog. It's kind of happened
That's
a few
like
times.
Hulk and Wolverine.
Yeah, I would like to
Yeah.
see that. I'd also like to see Pike and Grog.
Ooh.
I want to see I want to see pugilism with a big fighter and a little fighter. I want
Oh,
to see
man.
it. Make it happen, Travis. Make it happen.
Dude, all it takes is a little hold person on your low wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that's true.
And then she just bludgeons
Does
you.
she have hold person?
I can verify that the actor who portrays Pike has a very hard right cross.
I can tell from the makeup you're wearing right now.
There may be deep in the history of Vox Machina a slap fight or two.
Oh yeah, in the annals of.
Wait a minute, yeah.
Way in ancient
Yeah.
history, a couple of slap fights.
Yeah.
maybe.
I have it on. I think I have it on tape somewhere.
Is there a Vine? R.I.P. Vine.
I must have it somewhere.
Who just laughed for
I
R.I.P.
have it
Vine?
still.
Yeah.
Now we're in
It's
bad.
This
so good.
episode brought to you by Vine.
You don't know.
See, by Vagisil and Vine.
Yeah.
Wait, here's one. You guys are gonna fucking kill me. Enigma Harper wants to know for everyone. Do you have a favorite live action project you've worked on? I really just want to bring up the Phoenix incident.
Great question. Great question.
Here's my impression of the movie The Phoenix Incident.
Careful.
Ah!
Where is it? What are we doing?
What do we do?
What is that? Where are we going? What's happening?
For those of you who don't know, you two were in a movie called The Phoenix
Available
Incident.
now on
We
Netflix
were,
and
yeah.
where everywhere other half-star movies are rented.
I love,
on
the
Netflix?
I love the Phoenix Incident. I love hanging out with my friends in the desert, making a movie, running from friggin' aliens.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a blast.
Anytime you get ATVs,
Yeah.
aliens,
Arizona.
and Brian Bloom in a silhouette smoking a cigar.
You can't lose.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can't
I
lose.
mean, there
That's
was.
all you really need.
You could not find a vegan Mexican restaurant for hours.
No.
But other than that, it was pretty good.
You got in really good shape for it, Liam.
Did I?
Yeah, you got
I
all
did.
skinny and stuff.
I did.
Yeah, you were casually running half marathons during the day.
Still, I do 4 or 5 a year.
Well, they say the straight-to-DVD camera adds 10 pounds.
Oh, Brian. Brian.
Wow, Brian. Wow.
Matt's done some fun live action stuff where you get to put on funny costumes. And
I watched
no.
all of it. I watched the whole first one.
I went to the
first one. There's
oh,
five,
yeah,
man.
I know. That's
There's
what I mean.
five.
I got more chapters to go.
I would like to chat. You go ahead. Sorry, finish talking about.
Oh, I was just saying, Mythica was a lot of fun. It was. I don't pursue on-camera work because, well, that part of the industry tends to be soul-crushing. But I'll do projects people invite me on that are friends and such. And Mythica was just a great time. It was cheesy fantasy genre tropes and fun characters, and it was like, for its low budget, they did a good job with a lot of the visuals.
You look
and
great
did?
in those
Yeah, you
films.
look
It was fun.
amazing.
Really
I
amazing.
had a great time.
You had
I
black
do-
eyeballs.
I do not miss the full eye sclera contacts for 12 hours at a time. I don't miss that at all. I'm glad that's gone forever. But they let me keep the leather armor and outfit from the last film, which I wear in the
it.
intro for Critical Role.
Winner.
Ooh,
Winner.
tight.
Yeah.
What's worse, Hot Pepper Gaming or the black contacts?
Black contacts, because the Hot Pepper Gaming's like the pepper's done in a half hour.
Hey, what happened? They're gone.
They did the last episode, yeah.
Oh,
you
Liam and
did
I were
it?
supposed to do an episode
I
together.
was just about to agree to
Oh, damn.
it. They're a loss.
I mean, the timing is
Wait, did you end
terrible.
up doing one?
No.
So you did one.
Yeah.
Didn't
You did
Marisha?
two.
I did two.
You
Marisha
did two. That's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm a smart person.
You know what? Next podcast we do, we can just do that with each other.
There you go.
Have a live audience, and by live
But we'll
audience,
just-
I mean just me.
We'll just do like a drop of sriracha.
Could we just
That's it.
just voice acting? Can we do pain reactions?
Sure,
instead?
sure.
You'll get the hot packet from Taco Bell.
Sure.
I think you guys should do the next podcast from the vegan restaurant. I want to hear the ambiance while I listen to you guys talk about yourselves.
Don't shit talk my favorite restaurant, man.
Well, I'm not. I don't even know the goddamn name of the place.
I'll tell you later. I would like to challenge the critters. I did an on-camera thing early in my time in Los Angeles called Untold Stories of the ER. It was a reenactment show.
Yes. Amazing.
Where they interviewed, I think they interviewed real doctors and surgeons who said, yeah, the patient came in and totally freaked out. And then they cut to idiots acting out the scenes. And I played a dude, a junkie, pretending to be British and pretending to be messed up so he could get drugs. And I've never
Why do they give
seen it.
British people drugs more easily?
Wonderful.
Yeah, because he was charming. His accent is charming, but I can't find it. And I know it's out there somewhere. It's from like 10 years ago. So if you find it, please, I'm inviting you to humiliate me publicly.
Please.
I will challenge the critters to watch my turn as a breakdancer.
That's right. They haven't talked about it. They don't know about it.
They don't know about Freak Dance. It's
Freak Dance 2,
Freak
The
Dance,
Streets?
The Forbidden Dirty Boogaloo, available on Netflix, starring Sam Riegel as Barrio, a young dancer from the streets who had to dance his way to salvation.
What's the title again? Freak Dance
Freak
2?
Dance, The Forbidden Dirty Boogaloo.
I can't believe that we didn't focus on this yet. It is such an amazing film, such a role for you.
I learned how to break dance, and I also you'll see in the movie, it's a kind of a plot point, but I stuffed my.
Oh yeah.
It's not real. My wang is not that gigantic.
Yep.
It's a sock. But,
You guys like a giant pubic mane too, don't you? It's like something crazy.
I don't remember that part.
You were also
Those are my fantasies.
You can't even see his belly button.
dangerously thin.
I was dangerously thin. I got to the point where, where you lose some weight and people are like, "Hey, you're looking good," and then you lose a little too much weight and they're like, "Are you okay? Do you have? Are you okay?" And that's where I was.
You say it's for the cinema.
Yeah.
There will be still frames of that all over the internet tomorrow.
Sure.
Did
I
that
sing in
period
it, too.
movie ever come out? Period piece?
You shut your damn mouth.
To Have and to Hold,
Yeah, I
IMDb.
mean, you know what? Travis is in real movies. He was in.
Nip Tuck, he was on
No,
TV.
no,
You got in a fight with Robert Duvall.
I did.
What's the one where you were?
Second-hand lions.
Yeah, no, the
no,
fucking
no.
the helicopter one.
Yeah,
Guardian.
The Guardian.
Yeah, it was
He
a
was
rescue
good in
swimmer.
that. Wait, was Laura in that? No, she was in a different one.
Yeah. She was in like Mr. Brooks.
Yeah,
She
I
was
saw her
in.
She was on the
Staircase
the
Murders
movie
and-
about the staircase guy.
Your Nip Tuck appearance is great.
That's
Tuck is
right.
great.
Playing Big James.
Still my contact for when
Does-
Travis calls his picture
Yeah.
from Nip Tuck
Does
and Drax.
Ashley ever get like intimidated playing with us?
She definitely has said before a lot of weird stuff like, "Thank God I'm not threatened by any of the talent on the show. Thank God,
Amazing.
you know,
Good cover.
Amazing, yeah.
Oh my God.
thank God at least Travis has a good career going."
Yeah, well, can't be all of us.
She'd rather be here than, never mind. Wow. She'd rather be here than off doing some movie in Europe or something.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would?
Good save.
Who the? All right, for
Fiddlesticks.
everyone. Now that the Council of Iman are the rulers of Tal'Dorei,
Not drink during the show, Ryan.
I didn't start drinking till after dark.
Yeah.
Will Vox Machina do any governing of the former kingdom?
Well, what we've been really building up this whole year to is a political arc. So this is what you're going to see now is a lot of gamesmanship in terms of rallying for votes, doing quorums.
Yeah.
Filibustering.
Filibustering, just really working the legislative branch of government.
Now, would you filibuster with song?
Ooh, that would be
There you go. Give
exhausting.
inspiration to the entire Senate. We're calling this arc the House of Cards of Many Things. It's gonna be great.
Oh, nice.
Big
That's
believer
nice.
in campaign finance reform.
Who is going to finance the next campaign?
Luke Craig.
Luke Craig.
I mean, yeah, I think a lot of it depends on who remains in the council and how involved you guys want to be. We'll cross that bridge at some point, I'm sure.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
not very at all. Please,
Yeah.
thank you.
Not you
Rob
and
can
me.
be Speaker of the House.
I'll be the guy that goes like,
Get a big gavel. It's nice.
I'll say this since we're on the alpha part, but Grog has a higher intelligence than the real speaker of the house. Is the only thing.
That's what you get, Paul.
That guy's a goddamn mouth breather. Liam, how did Hamlet go running his first D&D game?
Running his first. Oh, it was
Wait,
very.
he ran a game?
It was very quaint. It was really great. He said, "Dad, can I borrow some of your miniatures and can I have your DM screen? I don't want to tell you what I'm doing."
I love it.
And he put it out and he put this little note on the front of the DM screen. I put a picture of it out, but it said, "Mystery game. What's going to happen?" with question marks all over it. And then he just proceeded. He had like hex paper. And was like, he was drawing a mountain. He's like, "Do you follow the path?" And he pulled out a pig miniature and a farmer, and he had a conversation with me. My kid is super shy. He is not like my daughter is a performer. Hamlet is not. But he did, and a bunch of stuff happened, and then we had to go get ready for some class I was going to take him to. So at the very end, he pulled a little piece of paper out of the way, and underneath was another piece of paper that said, "I've just been making it up as I go along."
Nice.
And that's really all you need to know.
Yeah.
Important to note that your
secret.
kid's code name is Hamlet, not his actual name.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. I am not that predictable an actor.
I saw a similar note under Matt's DM screen. The dog with no name, no one knows. The dog with the name, no one knows.
Allow myself
Flew
to
off
introduce
in the Ryshawn fight. And no one said they went to find it. Is it gone?
I mean, again, I'm in a coma, so I don't know.
Why are you asking me?
But as far as I know, that dog is gone.
That dog is fucking gone.
Dog's fucking gone.
None of us remember
Just
it.
like the
That dog is buried
javelin
somewhere in the
lightning.
rubble of that old
Javelin,
sanctum.
displaced
Rubble,
her
rubble.
cloak.
Yeah. Losing shit left and right.
Travis,
Making some little kid's day. Village on the way.
what was Grog feeling after Vax told him he was proud of him and later slapped him after Scanlan's resurrection? He seemed taken aback. Spoilers.
man.
Sorry.
Wait, someone gets slapped?
Spoilers. I'm sorry.
So taken aback. As I play Grog, I'm just constantly trying to find the joke in things, whether it's like the last word that he says or something that happens. And there was just so much sincerity and a genuineness to the way that he was saying it, and there was nothing awkward, and I got emotional, and I just completely like shut down, and so I had nothing to reply with, and I realized that is like Grog's response to something that was that like
Straight on.
yeah, that was that open, was that he just went completely mannequin, right? And then he smacks him in the face and runs out, and then he can have his response, right? And I was like, man, my response is no response. It just froze in the headlights in a moment of like open, warm-hearted sincerity.
Yeah.
I mean, Vax and Percy have had beef. Different characters have had beef. We all fucking love each other. We're 8 best friends playing a game for years. So there's it's nice finding ways to let that peek out a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, a little flash.
I guess. Travis, oh, this is cruel. Doesn't matter. I scrolled and I lost it.
Showbiz.
Yep. Mercer,
Yes.
besides the Runechild origin, will we be getting any other new classes / subclasses in the campaign guide? And will the Gunslinger, Bloodhunter, and Maestro College be in there as well?
Good question. The Bloodhunter, the Gunslinger, and the College of the Maestro will not be in the book, unfortunately, because when you put things on DM's Guild, the technical legal rules, you cannot then publish them in a book outside of it. It's like kind of a exclusivity to the DM's Guild thing, so read the text. However, the Rune Child's going to be in there. I do have a new Barbarian path that is kind of loosely based on the Herd of Storms, called Path of the Juggernaut. That'll be fun. I have a new domain for clerics, Blood Domain, which deals in a similar background to the Blood Hunters, and then I have a new monk. New monk archetype that's kind of based on the Cobalt Reserve in Westruun.
It's actually just Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, there are some more class options in there. I also have a bunch of new backgrounds that deal with Tal'Dorei specific things, like being a member of the Clasp, or being an Ashari, things like that. So like there are new character backgrounds that'll tie into the universe, as well as some new feats. I have some new design feats in there. Smatterings here and there. It's not like a a lot of new player-based context. It's mostly the world's geography and history and plot hooks and that sort of stuff. But it has some fun little treats for you guys.
To us now.
Matthew Mercer is the coolest.
That is the first time anyone's ever said that. Yeah, so that'll be coming out
That's the
in
title
August.
of the book.
That's the title of the book. I don't know if that's gonna pass
Hey.
approval.
Critical Role presents Matthew Mercer is the coolest.
I had a
Picture
question.
me doing this.
You know, Matt, speaking of your book, yeah, in a lot of books you get someone else to write like the foreword to the book. I'd be honored.
I bet you would.
I bet you would.
That'd actually be pretty funny. I'll talk to Green Ronin and I'll see what we can do.
Hey, I have a question. Am I allowed to ask a? Can I ask a question?
I think so.
At Brian W. Foster wants to know. Kima and Allura in the middle of the ocean.
Yes.
What would have happened there?
Yeah, what was the plan?
That was a Nat 20, right? Wasn't that a
Yes.
Nat 20?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, to spot them. Well, the nature of the island is it messes with teleportation magic that is meant to go away from it. And every single time that sort of magic is applied on or near the island, there's a roll that I designed on a small chart, and based on what I rolled, the effect either that had no effect, or it succeeded, or it sent them in a random direction up to like a mile out, or it brought them to a place deeper in the actual sanctum. Part of the way that Opash was able to kind of keep his power and such was, even though he was banished to this island and didn't really have interest in getting away, wayward sorcerers who would hear of the magic there throughout the years would end up going there and then couldn't get away, and Opash would just draw them closer to the sanctum and rob them, sacrifice them, raise them as dead. So there was a whole cycle in there.
You almost killed your babies.
Dude.
Well, no. With them, depending on the role, yeah, but to send them out in the ocean, they would have survived. And in fact, actually look at Allura's spell list afterward. She had water breathing memorized, so they would have been okay. But it would have been one of those a long time before they would have made their way back to Whitestone, probably, because they would have had to pull a Gilligan's Island, and either roll really well with teleportation or not understand that that was functional and given up on that and build a boat and just start making their way north.
How long does water breathing last? You said they were going in the total wrong direction.
They would have eventually probably figured it out.
Okay,
like
good,
they're smart
good to
people. It's
know.
just
Kima's
that,
in armor.
Yeah, Kima's in armor, and that's rough. And it was the sudden panic of being thrown into that situation, the spell not functioning. That was kind of the circumstance where you caught them in. So eventually they would have made it back.
Come
probably.
on, Mama Hamster, you were gonna eat your own. Let's be honest.
By the way, Matt, Gilligan's Island arc for the next arc? Could we do that? That would be amazing.
I was
We're
going to say
stranded with
that
nothing on an island.
that island sounds really cool. It sounds like the island from Lost, except we like the direction this show's going. Hey, that's all the time we have for tonight, folks, except one more question for Sam.
Well, wait, you just contradicted.
Can we get inspiration? It's been 2 weeks, for God's sakes, without a Scanlan song.
A Scanlan song? Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Okay.
Coming back from the dead.
Hey, dude, don't be a dick. Don't make me sing on the spot. That's all I got.
You asshole, I won't forget. Well, that's it, folks, for Talks Machina After Dark.
Stay tuned for Talks Machina after Dark.
Thank you guys for coming. Matt, thank you for coming.
Pleasure as always.
Sam, thanks for coming.
Pleasure.
Hey, let's go get vegan Mexican.
Let's go get vegan Mexican food. Yeah! That's all the time we have for tonight, folks. We'll see you Thursday at 7 p.m. for Critical Role. Which one's my camera, Denise? Good night, everybody.